Over these years, I have tried to master designing my own models, and I'm still trying to figure out what makes a good design. I made toys, boxes, and mechanical designs, and many other things. So many random designs without much of a success. And I feel like my skills are stagnating. I actually don't even know what a good design actually means. But in this video, I want to find out. I want to improve myself and become a better designer. I'm hoping I would catch at least a glimpse of what a good design actually is and make a model based on that. What even makes a good design? Is it the amount of downloads, likes, or how much money the model has made? Maybe it's something between those lines. And I finally did some research on searching models that are interesting for me. There are probably thousands of cool designs on the internet, so why not learn something from those designs? And even the AI stuff that you see nowadays is actually super scary. I'm not exactly sure what kind of design should I make. Should it be something artistic or maybe something more functional? And then there is the question if good design is 3D printable. You pretty often see these cases where you post a picture of a render and the actual product is totally different. I actually hate it, but is this what you have to do to make a popular design? Anyway, I think all of these models are pretty cool, but I still need to find an idea that I could use. And what could be better confirmation of a good design than what people buy? Let's take a look at the Amazon bestsellers. I'm hoping on finding something with lots of sales and enough simplicity so I can design and 3D print it myself. And I made this kind of reference document to see what kind of things people are interested in. There are definitely so many different types of organizer, but one thing seems to be common. Many of them seem to be a see-through design. I guess for desktop organizer it makes perfect sense that you only want the functionality and nothing else really matters, except maybe the price. My models tend to be too complex most of the time, and today we are going to go simple. Today's topic will be on making a clean design for a desktop organizer. From the Amazon bestsellers, I got the idea of designing a see-through desktop organizer with some extra fancy elements. The see-through pattern will be made using this X-shaped pattern on a surface. I also want to design few different shaped containers, like the cylinder and the pie container, and somehow incorporate the rotating mechanism to my design. I hopped on the Blender to start my design, and it might be surprisingly simple to do this basic shape. First you need to design some kind of X shape. Doesn't really matter how you do it, there are multiple ways to do it. I'm definitely not an expert modeler. After you are done with the X shape, you just need to add a cylinder shape and make sure you have the tissue add-on installed. And with the tissue add-on you can pattern the X to your surface. Pretty simple, almost like magic, right? Just take note that the tissue add-on will create a non-manifold model, which you will need to repair before 3D printing, and some slicer can help you repair it. I'm also planning on creating this sort of rotating basket, and I can pile the smaller containers on top of it. For this design I will also need to make some custom 3D printable bearings, which doesn't sound that hard. To make the movement mechanism for the organizer, I decided to have a crack at designing 3D printable bearings, and I'm not sure how useful they are. This was my second attempt, which seemed to work quite nicely, but there was just one small problem. It was not really a good design, I guess. And I actually made quite many attempts at creating the perfect bearing, with slightly different tolerances and slightly different profiles. I also wanted them to be a print-in-place design, which is totally doable, but I feel like these bearings are not as high quality as I would like. But I guess they are decent enough, maybe. And this is how the pattern looks on the actual organizer parts. I tested a couple of different variations, like you could have it more like a square shape or diamond shapes if you wanted to. It almost seemed like I had the perfect project on my hand. Everything was going pretty smoothly until I actually started to design the spinning part. This is my original idea for this model. It's so ugly and massive. This is one of these things that I hate when doing 3D print designs. I don't have the vision to see if it actually works in real life. And I wanted to learn better design and simple design, and this is definitely not it. I need to do something to improve this. I spent more time on Blender sketching ideas. I need to think more simply and think about what makes a good design. The objects should be simple and compact. I should remove the overly complicated parts. And after doing all these changes, I can finally 3D print the latest design. New and improved design is finally here, which is this one. I had to redesign the bearing. It only made sense to design the bearing to handle vertical loads better. The downside is that you have to print several different parts and assemble the bearing yourself. The bearing consists of 10 cylinder-shaped rods that are put inside the spacer plate to ensure even load distribution. After that, you snap in the top plate to seal the mechanism inside and you are done. After that, I 3D printed the rest of the improved parts. The improved middle plate, the cylinder containers and the pie containers. I might have overcomplicated this design a bit, but overall I'm quite happy with the design. The new and improved design is made out of several different parts. You can choose to use the 3D printed bearing if you want, but you can also use this without it. The middle plate has an hexagonal pattern that links to the bearing and it ensures that the plate rotates smoothly. And you can also attach these leg pieces to the middle piece if you want. They are also not necessary. In the end, I did overcomplicate the design a bit, but overall it looks pretty simple and nice. I also designed several different sized pie containers which can be stacked on top of each other. Now that this project is finally coming to its end, I'm quite happy with this design. It's simple, the rotating is smooth. I still have many ideas that I want to explore. I'm wondering, should I still go for simple designs or try to go for something a bit more challenging? If you have any thoughts on what you would like to see in a video, leave a comment below. I'm still thinking I want to be a faster designer. This project took maybe around 3 weeks to make, and this seems to be my curse. I cannot design my products faster with my limited time. I would say I'm really happy with this design. I can definitely see the charm why these kind of see-through boxes are the best sellers on Amazon. This seems really functional and you can even customize it a bit to your liking. I still think I have more to learn to be a better designer, but this was a good start. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for now. Bye!